You know what time it is. Let's go.
All right, this is how this works. I'm unjacked. It's nice to meet you, first of all. Second of all, I only play co-op on stream. And I was thinking to myself, I've played all the maps. I've been playing since February 3rd with the Bloons community on Twitch. I have a great time. Why not go ahead and rank these maps of how I feel they are to play with people on co-op? I do it all the time. I literally do it all the time. So this is going to be my thoughts on these maps of how fun they are on co-op with my community. I hope you'll enjoy this. My community is in the chat box. You'll see it top left, and they're going to help me along with this. How much fun is it playing co-op? Includes the littlest of original game. Nice. Is it? Nope. All right, let's go. Let's focus on this. And our first map is Alpine Run. Now, this is a pretty straightforward map. It has no water on it. It does have a fairly long track. This is one of the harder maps, even though it's in the easy category to play on in co-op because of the way that it's set up. And with no water units, I think it makes it a little bit more difficulty. I actually enjoy Alpine Run, but not that much. I'm going to give it a B. Oh, and the next one, hold on, let me just make sure everybody has their input. All right, that's a B. In my opinion, In the Road, or End of the Road, is a very difficult map. We still have not blackboarded it, and I would argue that most people in the Bloons community on co-op also have difficulty with this one. However, it has room for all towers. You can utilize mortars, you can utilize all that stuff. It has water, everything. I actually really like this map because it's a shorter track, about mid-sized track, and it's only one. I'm going to give this an A. Believe it or not, in my opinion, I actually really enjoy torturing my community within End of the Road. Some of the audience says C or a B. I think because it has the water and it has everything usable, but it's very difficult, I think it belongs up in the A. And, well, a lot of these maps, let me see. One of my members say it's easy. Well, it is easy when you're playing by yourself, but in co-op, especially in my channel, you will see that it is an extremely difficult map. Cargo is also a very difficult map. I'm not grading these on difficulty. I'm grading them on how fun they are playing on co-op mode for me. So in my opinion, Cargo is one of my least favorite maps. So you have the normal one track, which is very short, and then you have a secret track for the Moabs to come through. They just power right through. And generally, we lose almost always on this map. It is actually not a fun map. I'm giving it a C. And really, it probably needs a D+. Actually, I'm going to move it to a D. Because this is why we hardly ever play that map. I don't enjoy it. And then Carved. Okay, Carved is one of these easy maps. And it's got a little bit of a pumpkin. It's a cute little map. But it's got water. It's got a very long track, which makes it super, super easy. And because it's super easy, I feel like it might be just a hair better than Alpine. So I'm going to give Carved a B+, because it has water, but the problem is the track is a little too long. I wish that the track was a little bit shorter. Don't worry, we're going to find some S tiers along the way. I'm sure we will. All right, Shoots. Shoots is a map we have not blackboarded up to this point. We are having a lot of difficulty with this. And it has water, it has all the units, it has some removable things. I would argue that this map belongs above End of the Road. Yeah, I'm going to give that an A+. I actually really, really like Shoots. Matter of fact, it's one of my favorite maps to torture my community with. I will light this thing up whenever I feel like turning up the heat a little bit. Cornfield. All right. I do take issues with Cornfield. Cornfield is a little bit of a difficult map. It's only got one track, but you can remove all the corn. I did not realize how good the catapult dart monkey was on this map if you don't remove the corn. But it's also extremely difficult because your first open spot is already midway in the track. So you've already lost half the track by the time. So this is an extremely challenging map. We don't play it that often. But I would still put it up on A tier, I think. I reserve the right to move it to the B tier. Let's get through some of the other maps first. Okay, this map is cracked, and it is one of my favorite maps. Because of the way that the path is drawn out and everything else, I actually believe this is my first S tier. Sadly, we've already black bordered it. But my community probably doesn't know how I feel about all these maps. So they're hearing this for the first time as well. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people in my community kind of know how I feel about a certain map. But I actually think that Cracked belongs in S tier. Cubism. This is everybody's go-to map. This is like the first map that you learn how to black border or finish all the modes in. That's what black border is. And it is one of my disliked maps. I actually do not enjoy this map very much. It's far too long. It's got far too much just easiness to it. And so if I want mindless droning on fun, I just throw Cubism on and I just tell my community to go ahead and just have at it. So in my opinion, and this is going to be a super unpopular opinion, it's going into the sea. It's going into the sea because I don't know. I don't enjoy Cubism like my fan club here. Oh man, I know it offers everything. It offers the water. It offers awesome spots for like tack zones and everything else. But I wish there was something more to it. I don't know why, but that one particular map, it's your opinion, I respect it. No. There's a lot of controversial opinions here, chat. I am so sorry if you guys get angry on any of this. But like I said, this is just what's in my head. It's your opinion and it's weird. No, it's super weird, but I'm trying to explain it as we go through. All right, Dark Castle. Everybody loves this map. I personally hate it. I don't hate it. I think it's better than Cubism. But it is super challenging on co-op because that run is so short that you got to have like your game has to be on. I'm going to give it a C+. I may bring it into a B-. We'll fine tune it as we go. I am not a huge fan of Dark Castle, which is why we don't play it. All right, here we go. Wait, why can't I think of this name? Stream? No. Oh shoot! What is that? Hold on one second. Let me just make sure I remember the map names as well. All right, so that one is where is it? Oh, right here, Downstream. I'm sorry, I was gonna say Stream Bed, but I was like, no, that's a different map altogether. All right, so anyway, we got Downstream, and I would say it's one of my favorite maps as well because it's got the two turns. I feel like the lane isn't too long. You could still use a helicopter on it, and it feels all right. You got plenty of space for waters. The only thing that a lot of people don't like about this map is that it is one of those maps where anyone can't just place anything. So you are divided into quarters on this map. I would give that, for this reason, I'm going to actually move this above carved and move it into the B+ territory. End of the Road. This is an interesting map. It does have water. It is super difficult to play. I would torture my community once in a while with it. I'm actually going to give this a C+ as well. I think it's just above Dark Castle, but below Alpine Run. I would play Alpine Run before I played End of the Road. We can call it the other map. Yeah, if I forget it, I'll be just, just that guy. All right, Firing Range. This map is so frustrating. This map is frustrating. It's supposed to be, a lot more ranged attack. It's a very challenging map. We do not have this black bordered yet. We've been trying for a very long time. We're having a good challenge with it, and it's okay. Firing Range is a lot like Cargo for me. Except for I would probably play Firing Range before I'd play Cargo. So, unfortunately, Firing Range, for what it's worth, if the benches were slightly big enough for some of the bigger towers, I'd be probably a little bit better off by putting it in the B or maybe even the A tier. But my issue is I can only put a ninja and an alk on each one of those benches, and I'd rather be able to put some of my other towers there. That's probably the only reason. All right, 4 circles here. I don't think that's the official name, but you guys know what I mean. I'm not going to look up every name every time. This is actually one of my favorite maps. I like that everybody gets a good shot at it. So all the maps, all the all the peeps, they get a shot at each balloon because each circle is in everybody's quadrant. But we've already black bordered this, which means we had a pretty good time doing it. I actually really like this one, and I'm going to put it above Shoots for that reason. Okay, now Frozen. Not Elsa or anything like that, but Frozen is one of my favorite maps. There's a lot of spots for water. It has a little bit of the secret caveman in it, so it kind of gives you a little extra. I like that little touch where you can take the caveman out. He may not be as effective, to beat the map with, but it's just kind of like a cool little touch. It's not quite at the level of Cracked, but it's close. I would certainly put it in the A+ category, for sure. Haunted. Now, this is one that we've been working on recently. And Haunted is pretty interesting because the balloons come from each side, and then they will overlap and then go out each side. That makes this so much more challenging. I'm going to argue that it's not exactly my most fun map by a long shot, but it's not one that I actually hate. Like if somebody said to me, hey, Unjack, we should play Haunted, I'd be like, all right, we'll play Haunted. For that reason, I'm going to give it a C+. It's above End of the Road for sure. And Hedge. All right, Hedge is a map that I actually completely dislike. We already black bordered it, thankfully. But I strongly dislike this map. It was my least favorite map to play on, other than High Finance. High Finance is just visually frustrating. There's so much going on in this map that I dislike it. I can use all my towers, no big deal. I have plenty of room if I build all the buildings, which is why it's called High Finance, because you got to spend so much trying to buy areas that you can place towers. I don't find that very entertaining. And for that reason, I'm going to put it here. I really am not looking forward to it, to getting to that map at all. All right, let's keep this rolling. Hopefully you guys are seeing, as I'm talking, my chat is throwing out their judgment calls as well. I'm not reading the chat at the same time because I'm trying to focus. Otherwise, it's going to be like a 1-hour video, and that's going to be horrible. All right, here we go. What's this map called? Oh, I hate that I'm doing this. All right, I just need to know. All right, it's right there. And so in the loop, I don't know why I blanked on that one. In the loop is one of my favorite maps. Every quadrant has a shot at all the balloons. We got two little twists. I really hate that I can never have the water because first player is always this bottom right. But I actually believe it's an S tier map. It's not as good as Cracked, but I would say it is one of my favorite maps. For sure. I would put that in S tier for myself. Carts and Darts. We spent a lot of time black bordering this guy. And it's got 2 removable areas for inside the track. Everybody has a shot at popping balloons. But I would say not my favorite map. I would probably put it above End of the Road. But it would be an... Wait. Would it be? Oof. Nah, I can't give it that. I'll give it a B+. All right, I'm gonna give it a B+. We'll do that. This is everybody's favorite map right here. Logs. Logs is one of those super long ones like Cubism. It's usually your second, if not your first, black border. It's got water dead center in the middle, and it is not a really fun map for me. However, I'd rather play Cubism than Logs. So for that, I'm going to give it a C-. And then we have, hold on, is this Monkey Meadow? No, it's not Monkey Meadow. This is the other one. Is it? Wait, I don't know, whatever. It's one of the first easy ones, beginner maps. This is a decent map. I actually really like this map. I think it's got just the right length of track. I think it's got plenty of area. However, it has no room for water. No room for water, and I'd rather play this above Alpine, but less than carved. And just a personal opinion, just so you guys know, I have we're going up on 2,000 co-op matches right now. I have almost 500 hours in co-op. So this comes from a place in the heart and not hate, just so you guys know. Moon landing. Moon landing is one we just black bordered with E.T., the new hero, the guy with the drones. You really have to use your mortar. This is one of my least favorite maps. I would say it's definitely below Dark Castle. No, it's not. I'd say it's a D+. If anything, that's a D+. And then we have, this is Muddy Puddles? Yeah, Muddy Puddles. It's a 4-laner, plenty of water, very, very difficult. Trust me, when my chat's being super bad, we play Muddy Puddles. No, I'm teasing. It's not that serious. We enjoy all these maps. Again, least favorite, I would say, for co-op. One of the least favorite maps for me. But I would still play logs above that. Now, this one's a very interesting map. You guys are probably going to hate me for this, but I feel like it's so good. It's so good. This is Coastline or something. Anyway, it's not quite an S tier map, but it's definitely above Frozen for me. So yeah, it's super, super good. All right, let's see. Ouch. Actually, right before this, we were playing Ouch. And we died on Apocalypse 3 times in a row. Or was it 4? It was embarrassing. One way or the other. Not GG. But we're going to fix that as a team. We're going to come back together, and we're going to fix that. All right, Ouch is still a really good map. It's 4 lanes of just pure mayhem. I actually really like Ouch. A lot of people probably don't understand how much I like Ouch. But I would absolutely put it at least up here. I'd rather play Ouch before Cornfield. I'd rather play Ouch before In the Road. But I'd play Shoots before Ouch. I feel like it belongs right there. I think it's right there. Man, I could have probably used a few more tiers here. But that's all right. We're almost done. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite maps, but the track is a little long. I think this one's easy. This one, hold on. This one is probably between Shoots and 4 circles. Yeah, I'd feel comfortable with that. Pat's Pond. Now, this is a map we rarely play for whatever reason. I hate this map. I hate this map a lot. I actually completely dislike that map. So it's going as a D-. I actually would not be upset if they took that map out of the game. Hey, for anybody that's just tuning in, hi. I'm not reading the chat at the moment because we're knocking this out. But please feel free to post your ratings in the chat as well with everybody else. Let's go with Peninsula. Peninsula is a very short map. It's very difficult. It does not have a lot of area, but it has so much good water. And I love water units. For those that don't know me, I absolutely love water units. This is one of my favorite maps to play. But it is very difficult, and a lot of people get frustrated with this. For that, I'm giving it a B+. It is a go-to map for me. Quad is another map that I strongly dislike. The lanes are far too short. The water is too small in the middle. For some reason on co-op, when people are like, let's do quad, and I'm like, I'd rather not. I would rather just turn the stream off. But I'd rather play it before High Finance. I'm still putting it in a D category. These are maps I really dislike. I bet you my chat is really learning about me today. I have a feeling you guys are probably learning about me. All right, Rake is one of my favorite maps to play. It is so challenging. It's a 2-laner. It's got water. It's got turns. It's got removal things. There's no secrets to this map as far as I'm aware. I would put this... I would put rake. Where would I put rake? I'd want to play it before I'd play ouch. But not before I play shoots. All right, I'm going to put it there. A lot of so that's probably like right there, A, top A minus. Somewhere right there. All right. Spice Islands. We blackboarded this a while ago. Absolutely a while ago. It is one of my favorite maps because of my love of water units. This is easily right here. I would play that before In the Loop any day of the week. Tell me we're doing Spice Islands, and I'm super psyched for it. All right, we got our last row of maps here. Here we go. We are going to go... Hold on. This is Spillway. Spillway is an interesting map. If you have the mortars aligned for the middle, generally, you're pretty safe. I'm not going to say it's the worst map. And it's not a C tier map. I would put it somewhere maybe above Alpine Run, but it's difficult. And that's why we have not blackboarded it yet. All right, this is Steambed right here. This is another one of my favorite maps. I don't think it's S tier worthy, or is it? It's at least A plus. Oh man, because it's got the loops. I love loops. I actually gonna put it S tier. I'm gonna put it below In the Loop, but these little roundabouts here are so juicy for so many reasons. Absolutely. All right. Okay, this is Monkey Meadow. This is like one of the first maps that you get that you can blackboard. It's got a long track, it's got a little bit of water, it's got some loops, it's got a little bit of everything. It's not bad. But it's also not a very exciting map. For whatever reason, I can't really like dig it. But it is fun. But it's super easy. I think if there was a way to just turn up the challenge just a little, just a hair. That's why I'm going to give it a B+. I think it's worth a B+. Now, this is Tree Stump. For whatever reason, I feel like it's a direct copy, which it pretty much is, of this one right here. They put a tree stump in so you have an obstacle. I don't really enjoy this map at all. I'm going to give it a C+. I think that's where it belongs. All right, this is Underground. Underground is actually one of my favorite maps. You guys may not realize it, but so it's a 2-tracker. It's so much fun. And most people hate it. This is my go-to. I would say I'd put Underground just below Spice Island. I think that this was a great map, and I'm really glad they came up with it. It gives you just the fine balance of difficulty with range, but it is divided up in quarters, and I like that. I like that because I don't get people in my area putting down banks. Nothing is more annoying than somebody encroaching in your territory with banks. All right, this is Workshop. I don't even have to talk about it much. I hate this map because they make you work for it too much. You got to hit the buttons for the reverse. You got to open up the ways. Like, I don't have time for that. But I'd rather play it above Pat's Pond. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. All right, this is Bloody Puddles, one that we really haven't touched. We actually have not played this much. We've played it a few times. And I would argue that I don't actually enjoy this one either, but I'd rather play Muddy Puddles than Bloody Puddles. So I'm going to put it just above. All right, just above Muddy Puddles. Ooh, we're actually getting pretty big. Last one, Spring Spring. We played this a little bit. It's got a couple roundabouts. Everybody gets divided up. And I would say that this is A- tier. I'd play Spring Spring above Cornfield, maybe. And look, that's my opinion. That's my thought on maps. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. It's my first video for Bloons TD6 on YouTube. But maybe I'll add some more in the future. Let me know in the comments if you like this. Anyway, thanks, guys. I appreciate you checking this out for me. And if you have more questions, before I go, I stream 5 days a week on Twitch. We stream from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we play balloons, we play marbles on stream, and we do a little bit of podcasting, which I'm sure you see on the YouTube channel. Anyway, if you want to talk to me about these maps and my choices, come on over to the stream. come hang out with me. You can even play in the game with us. All right, guys. Thanks, YouTube.
Yo, that was another banger, yo. GG to everybody. All right, let's go. Let's go.